We'll be right back. Welcome into Upper Sandusky High School. Going to be kicking things off tonight with senior night for all winter sports athletes here. So we're going to let you listen in, sit back, enjoy, and check out the seniors for the class of 2023 right here at Upper Sandusky.
And first for boys basketball is Ethan Kessler, the son of Brenda and Kevin Kessler. Ethan's future goal is to become the biggest rancher this side of the Mississippi. He also plans to earn an electrical engineering degree from the Ohio State University. Ethan Kessler. Levi Lamb is the son of Jeremy and Brenda Lamb. He plans to attend a four-year university and is still considering his options for his major. Levi Lamb. Sam Smith is the son of Luke and Karen Smith. Sam plans to pursue an engineering degree at the Ohio State University. Sam Smith. Next, representing cheerleading is Madeline Ratliff. She is the daughter of Leanna and Marty Barnes and Robbie and Jessica Ratliff. She plans to attend a four-year university to major in nursing with a focus in pediatrics or women's health. Madeline Ratliff. Representing girls basketball versus Cadence Isles, the daughter of Ashley and Todd Bradley and Jay Isles. Cadence plans to continue playing basketball at the next level at an undecided university, but to major in radiology or criminology. Cadence Isles. Next we have Gloria Stowers, the daughter of Jessica Treadway. She would like to continue her basketball career at an undecided four-year university and is still finalizing her major. Gloria Stowers. Swartz is the daughter of Christy and Brian Swartz. Elise will be attending Wilmington College to play softball and major in athletic training. Elise Swartz. Ashton Bent is the son of Jerry and Heidi Bent and is the girls basketball team manager. He will be attending Tiffin University and run cross country, as well as to acquire a degree to become a history teacher. Ashton Bent. Next, representing swimming is Gavin Cole, the son of Holly Cockerell. He plans to continue his education in robotics engineering. Gavin Cole. Brady Hart is the son of Angela Hart and Byron Kelly Hart. Brady will be attending a four-year university to major in sports management. Brady Hart. Harris Hill IV is the son of Amber and Harris Hill. His future plans include working for his father's company. Harris Hill. Ellison Andy Niedekor is the child of Mark and Katie Niedekor. Andy will be attending college to major in art education and art and design. Ellison Andy Niedekor. Next is Hannah Plymall. She is the daughter of Lee and Aaron Plymall. Hannah will be attending Ohio Dominican University and will continue her softball career there, while she most likely will major in exercise science. Hannah Plymall. Mallory Wheeler is the daughter of Terry and the late Troy Quillen and Jim Wheeler. Mallory will be attending Ohio University and major in psychology. Mallory Wheeler. Representing wrestling is Carson Barrows, the son of Jamie and Ryan Barrows. Carson will be attending the University of Cincinnati for a degree in land surveying and mapping engineering. Carson Barrows. Caleb Clary is the son of Justin and Michelle Clary. Caleb plans to attend the University of Akron to major in business. Caleb Clary. Please give one more round of applause for all of our senior Rams and Lady Rams and wish them luck in the rest of their season.
Well, that will wrap up your seniors for this year of 2023 from Winter Sports. We're going to kick things back to the loop for a little bit, and we'll be right back with pregame festivities. Don't go anywhere, folks. Upper Sandusky taking on Buckeye Central coming your way next. night here at Upper Sandusky High School as the Upper Sandusky Rams host Buckeye Central on this Thursday evening. Both teams not exactly where they want to be, but both squads looking for a win. We've got pregame coming your way next. We're going to take a look at both teams, who's playing well, take a look at their season so far, player spotlight, so much more coming up right after the break here in our Kimmel Corporation pregame show. Don't go anywhere, folks. Buckeye Central, Upper Sandusky coming up next.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome back, everyone, to Upper Sandusky High School as we enter our pregame show brought to you tonight by the Kimmel Corporation right here up in Northern Ohio. Hayden Gray alongside me tonight, Joshua Banks, and a Northern 10 battle that we have ahead of us tonight between two teams who not exactly where they probably aspire to be right as we enter this halfway point of the season, but two teams that have an opportunity in front of them tonight to pick up another conference win.
Yeah, absolutely. Super excited to see how these two teams come out in the new year and what aspirations they have. We've seen Upper Sandusky multiple times this year. We're here all year long, and we know what they're capable of. This is the first time that we've been for Buckeye Central boys, so it'll be nice to see what Upper Sandusky team shows up and what's Buckeye Central got in the tank.
And let's start things off by taking a look at this Buckeye Central team, coached by Tim Howell. So far this season, 4-6, 1-4 in the conference. Current team averaging 44.3 points per game, 31.3 rebounds, 2.4 blocks, 9 assists, 7.8 steals, and about 14 turnovers per game. From the field, shooting about 58% from the free throw line, 43 from 2, and 24.2 from the three-point line. And they went 0-2 last year versus Upper Sandusky in some pretty large losses.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see 24% from three at the high school level. You see a lot of these teams, they want to shoot. They've got a lot of size down low, but they don't use it as much as you would think they would. And they're going up against Upper Sandusky tonight, who we know personally has 3 kids that are 6'5". Buckeye Central doesn't have a single kid of that height on their roster.
They don't, but they do have one guy that's going to be a big importance tonight that they'll have to lean on, and that would be the senior guard, Tyler Sandersen. You take a look at the numbers, 14.1 points per game, leads the team in 6th in the Northern 10 Conference. Similar in rebounds, nearly 7 a game, 7th in the Northern 10, and then gets you about 2.5 assists and 2 steals per game. Leads the team in all these categories, as well as being up there, in his conference as well.
Yeah, Buckeye Central goes as Tyler Sandersen goes. I mean, you see that there. When you lead the team in every important statistical category, you're known as the best player on the team. 17, 7, 2.5, and 2. At the high school level, you would think you'd see more than 4 wins on their record when you've got somebody on the team putting up those kinds of numbers.
And now we'll shift gears and check out the home standing Upper Sandusky Rams. We'll take a look first at their team spotlight, led by head coach Jeff Winslow. A trying season so far for this team. Just 1 win, 1-8, 1-4 in the Northern 10. They sit right around 50 points per game, 20 rebounds, give or take. Just under a block per game, 14 assists, and then 15.9 turnovers per game. They're shooting just 55% from the line, 53 from 2, and 35% from the free throw line. And obviously, as we just alluded to, those 2 big losses to BC 2 big wins against BC last season, but looking to try and find some more of their identity here in the second half of the season.
Yeah, kind of pick up where they left off to end the new year. I was here, got to cover the game where they ended the new year with a win against Bucyrus. Looked very impressive in that game, really trying to rebound, bounce back, and continue to play that kind of ball. I think the biggest difference you're going to see between these 2 teams is you see Upper Sandusky commits about 16 turnovers a game, but when you average 14 assists a game, you cut back 1 or 2 of those turnovers, and it's a completely different game for you.
And a guy who, maybe isn't the most common name when we're on a game or talking about important key players on this team, but make no mistake about it, senior guard Levi Lamb averaging 10.2 points per game this season, second on the team, 80% free throw shooter, which is something they need. He's one of those reasons that keeps their average afloat above 50%. He shoots almost 58% on his 2-point field goals, and then 34.1% from behind the line. So numerically, the best percentage shooter that they have from all 3 areas of the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. And if he's one of those kids where if he gets going quick, he can give you 20, 22, 23 points a night. He only averages 10.2, but that's because they've got some other names that we've mentioned here on the OH report on that roster. So it'll be really interesting. They're going to go, as long as he shoots the ball consistently, you'll see Upper Sandusky come away with another win tonight.
So just 1 minute now left before we get things underway with the national anthem and starting lineups. Let's take a look while we have the chance at our keys to victory tonight. We'll start first with Buckeye Central. And when you take a look at what they've done this year, you talked about that height. They need to crash the rebounds. On average, so far this season, they out-rebound their opponents by about 1.3 rebounds per game. And then they got to protect that 3-point line because you and I both know, Upper Sandusky not reluctant to let it fly.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got to crash the boards. They're going to have to box out really well tonight with Kessler on the boards. You've got Cayman Isles when he comes in off the boards. You've got Holden Daris, who also stands 6'5" on the boards. Buckeye Central is going to have to box out really well tonight, offensively and defensively, if they want to have a chance in this game.
Take a brief pause before taking in a look at the keys to victory for Upper Sandusky as festivities getting underway here from Upper Sandusky High School. Senior night, kick things off with the winter sports seniors. So one of those big nights, too, for the seniors. 3 of them on this varsity squad. Sam Smith, Levi Lamb, who we took a look at, and Ethan Kessler, another big part. So, we'll wish our early congratulations to them as seniors, and hopefully they can go out there and perform well tonight.
Yeah, senior night's a big night for anybody.
A lot of nerves.
Especially in the sports world, you want to come out, you want to get a win for your team. You want to, especially on your home floor, you want to win anytime you're on your home floor. You want to protect your home court. But senior night, man, that's just an even more special moment. Sometimes it gets to these kids, they try to do one too many things and force a couple mistakes that they wouldn't normally force.
So now we'll take a brief pause for the playing of our national anthem. Now we resume our pregame show brought to you by the Kimmel Corporation. And let's take a look at the keys to victory now for the home defending Upper Sandusky Rams, looking to get win number 2. They got to protect the ball. We've been here for a number of these games, and something that's been detrimental to them is just not taking care of the rock. So they need to do that, limit those turnovers tonight, and then no foul trouble. I think that's something that's been glaring to us as well. There's been several games. You can recall the one where Holden Daris had 3 fouls midway through the second quarter. Do you agree? Are these two things that they really need to hone in on tonight?
Yeah, no turnovers, protect the ball, no foul trouble. Keep your size in the game. Don't give Buckeye Central any advantage. Don't let them get to the foul line early, and don't let them force turnovers, because there's a team with Sandersen and Drew Rose, who's another one of those seniors for Buckeye Central. They want to run. They want to force a turnover. They want to run. So both these teams are going to press. They're going to want to run, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch tonight.
So taking a look at tonight's starting lineups, we'll take a look first at Upper Sandusky. It'll be number 2, Holden Daris, the guard, Brock Montgomery, Levi Lamb, the forward, Ethan Kessler, number 25, and then Cayman Isles, number 24, the forward. Again, head coach Jeff Winslow leads the Rams. Now we'll take a look at who's starting tonight for Buckeye Central. They'll have Drew Rose running the point, Trevor Kurgis, Heath Jensen, Tyler Sandersen, and Manny Mullins out on the floor tonight. Again, Buckeye Central led by head coach Tim Howell. As that'll wrap up our Kimmel Corporation pregame show. First quarter tip-off. About to get things underway here at Buckeye Central High School. Upper will win the tip-off, and Daris will set the Rams into their first offensive set of the evening. Kicked inside to Isles, back up top to Kessler for 3. A bit off, ball will roll out of bounds. Buckeye Central will get their first possession.
What we talked about pregame, though, Upper Sandusky already proven on the first possession. They're going to hoist it if you give them an inch of space.
Yeah, they're definitely a team that likes to fire things away, especially Lamb, Daris, Kessler, all comfortable. Even Montgomery shooting that 3. Ball will stay with the Bucks. Tyler Sandersen will inbound the ball as Rose slides past Daris, puts up a shot, bounces out, but he gets his own rebound. Now gives it to a cutting Sandersen, and that one's good.
Tyler Sandersen doing what he does best, get to the bucket, finish with the left. He goes as they go. It's going to be interesting to see what's Upper going to do to slow down number 14 tonight.
Ball movement now from the Rams. Daris was trying to force it inside to Lamb. Ball will be tipped. And staying with Upper Sandusky, take one more look. Last one off the Bucks. Inbound goes to Isles. Now Daris kicks it back into Isles, trying to work his matchup inside. He'll put up a shot, no good. So Sandersen trying to push the tempo now. Ball swung over in the corner. 3-pointer falls short, rebound to Ethan Kessler.
I'm really curious to see, as you got Levi Lamb wide open, hesitates the shot, goes up strong and finishes. Levi Lamb for 2. Be interesting to see tonight. I got to go watch Buckeye Central when they played at Colonel Crawford, and one of their better starters, I just found out, seeing him on crutches, Steven Stasatowski is injured tonight. So you see some new faces in the lineup for them. I'm curious to see how they adjust as well.
Yeah, that's obviously a big loss, the senior returning letter winner for the Bucks. So we'll see how they're able to withstand tonight. Now Levi takes a few steps, passes it off to Kessler. The shot's short, though, from the top of the key.
See how long it takes Ethan to get rid of maybe some of those senior night nerves that we were just talking about.
Rose stands alone with it. He kicks it over to Manny Mullins. Ball stripped away. Daris now has space. Layup up, and it's good. Holden Daris with the breakaway layup.
And they're just, as soon as Buckeye Central gets inside the three-point line, they're containing them. They're not letting them get to the bucket. They're trapping that post, and it's caused multiple turnovers already this game.
Drew Rose dribbles it out. He's matched up. Isle is guarding him. 5:20 left to play in the first quarter. Mullins, pass intercepted by Kessler. Now he gives it off to Lamb. Shot fake, shot is good. Levi Lamb, 4 points early on in this one.
4 easy layups, too, for Levi.
Bit of a double team there, forces the turnover on the Bucks. So now the Rams with a chance to extend their lead.
And that's that defense we've seen from Upper all year. Every game we've covered, they may not win every game, but they play that defense every game. They're trapping a half court as Daris is going to shoot a three, and he's going to drain it. Holden Daris knocks down the three ball.
Daris loves those, and if you're going to give him one of those, even slightly contested from straight away, he'll more often than not make you pay. It's 9-2 Rams here, 4:30 left in the first quarter. Sandersen puts up a tough shot, bounces off the right side, but gets his own rebound. He's guarded by Daris. He tried to swing it in down low to Mullins, picked off by Brock Montgomery.
And something I've noticed tonight with Upper Sandusky, I think most of the games that we've come here and covered this year, Montgomery's been their primary ball handler, but it looks like that's kind of switched up. It looks like Holden Daris has kind of taken that responsibility tonight.
Yeah, you know, I would even say it has at times felt like 50-50, but Daris looks to be, for the most part, the conductor of the offense tonight. Lamb guarding Rose. Tough place to be. Now Sandersen double teamed right in front of the Rams students. They do get it up top, though, to Jensen. He's guarded by Daris. They'll reset. Jensen to Rose. It's clear they're trying to look for something open, but Upper Sandusky doing a nice job staying with their man so far.
Well, they're not going to look to shoot the three ball. Coach Howell's going to yell at him to put up open shots. They're not looking to shoot the three ball. They want to cut. They want to get an open layup. Upper Sandusky switching everything defensively. We've seen multiple times, as we see right here with Kessler guarding the point guard, Drew Rose. They're not afraid to let their bigs guard these little guards for Buckeye Central.
I was going to say, you know, that does send, you know, a strong message that Coach Winslow has a lot of faith in them as defenders. And timeout will be called, taken full timeout by Buckeye Central, their first burn timeout of the half.
Quick start out of the gates for Upper tonight. 9-2 out the gate. Levi Lamb with 4. Daris with 5. We've spotlighted Daris this year. We know what he's capable of. We spotlight Lamb tonight. We know what he's capable of. So Buckeye Central is going to have to do something offensively to get Upper Sandusky out of this groove that they're in.
Again, would like to welcome in everybody watching tonight. Hayden Gray, Joshua Banks with you. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Drop us a comment. We'll give you a shout out. Let us know who you're rooting on in tonight's contest. As the Rams lead at 9-2 here in quarter number 1. A few other games going on the OH report tonight. We've got another boys game taking place over on channel 1 of our YouTube. Got Shelby traveling to take on Clear Fork. That one started just a little bit before this. And then we've also got Plymouth and Crestview girls. If they're not already wrapped up, that game took place tonight too on our main channel and Facebook page. So if you're interested in either of those contests, you can check them out on our platforms as we have resumed play after the timeout. And Buckeye Central comes out right out of the gate, knocks down a jumper.
Yeah, nice shot from the corner there by Kurgis.
9-4. Rams swing the ball around. Lamb was driving. Bit of a bounce pass to Montgomery, and he knocks down the triple. Ball took a little bit to get out there, but once it did.
It's a great find by Lamb as he lost a little bit of control trying to get to the paint or get to the hole and still managed to kick it out to Montgomery from an awkward corner shot from here. It looked like he was almost behind the backboard.
Yeah, it did look like a tough angle. I know we're a little bit offset, but still. And Montgomery's displayed that all year long. He's another confident shooter as well. Sandersen, great fake. Make it 6-12.
Sandersen with 4 quick ones.
Montgomery looked to made it 2 in a row. Falls short, though. But Daris sticks around, menacingly forces the turnover now. They force a second. So Kessler will fire away. Falls short, but Daris with the offensive rebound gets the bucket to fall. It's 14-6.
You can only give a team so many opportunities before the shot's finally going to go in.
Foul is on Upper Sandusky's number 5, Gavin joins the lineup replacing Kessler for the Rams. And Don, Dean, and Jack Phillips are replacing
Substitutions.
Jensen and Curtis for the Bucks.
For Buckeye Central, Jack Phillips will check into the game. Whistle on the inbound. They'll say a foul went against Gavin Fry.
Picks up a quick 2 right there for Gavin.
Checked in just a few moments ago, and like you said, already up to 2 fouls, so he'll take a seat. Number 20, Sam Smith, will enter for Fry.
The other senior on this roster getting some playing time.
Sandersen looks to act quickly off the inbounds, fires a triple, no good. Rebound, fought for, and it'll be staying down with Buckeye Central. Foul called that time
Fouls on the Rams, number 20,
on Sam Smith, who just entered, so that'll be his first.
Fry comes in, picks up 2 quick ones. Sam steps on the floor, picks up 1 right away.
Triple fired off the inbound straight away again, but Daris corrals the rebound. 3-on-3 fast break. Rams turn it over. Jack Phillips passes it off to Drew Rose. Guarded by Montgomery. Bucks trying to move the ball around. 48 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Sandersen guarded by Isles. The freshman against the senior. Sandersen drives in, puts up a floater that rolls off the opposite side. Now Levi Lamb kicks it to Daris. 30 seconds, too much time, Joshua, to try and run it down? Or do you think they can hold on?
I mean, we've talked before, there's no shot clock in high school basketball, even though I think a lot of us that are here wish there was. So you almost have to run this out for the final shot. If you're not forced to shoot it, don't force a shot.
Buckeye Central doesn't look like they're going to try and go for a deliberate steal, so they should be able to. Under 10 seconds now in quarter number 1. Daris picks up his dribble, now passes it off to Isles, who's harassed, and the time will expire. Officials will signal end of the first quarter, so it's 14-6. Upper out to an 8-point lead. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action coming your way right here, live and free, exclusively on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome back, everyone, to Upper Sandusky High School. Second quarter just underway. Early foul call right now on Holden Daris. That'll be his first foul of the evening. But welcome back. Hayden Gray, Joshua Banks with you here live and free tonight. Drop us a comment. Let us know on Facebook or YouTube who you're watching, who you're cheering on tonight. And we talked a little bit during that break. Obviously, some turnover troubles early for Buckeye Central, Joshua. You know, what can they do to restrict those here in quarter number 2?
Knock down some shots and quit forcing passes. The biggest thing they have going on right now is they're forcing a lot of passes with this trap that Upper Sandusky brings at the half court. I mean, they're just feeding it inside as Kessler gets a wide open shot. Normally we see Upper Sandusky want to shoot the 3-ball, but it looks like tonight they're going to use their advantage, which is that 6'5" size.
Kessler with 2 points, his first bucket of the evening, so gets over some of those senior night nerves. Isles now guarding Mullins at the top. And Mullins is going to be called for the offensive foul. Isles did a nice job there drawing the off-the-ball call. Mullins tried to get it off, and Isles, as Brock Montgomery took that lick right on the chin. I got to give credit where credit's due on that one.
I don't know that I would have stood in there and took that. I've seen Manny Mullins play football, and I know what the kid can do with pads on. I can only imagine what it's like without pads.
I was going to say that definitely looked like we were watching a Mullins run. So the foul on him gives Upper Sandusky the ball, but that three-pointer put up by Levi Lamb will bounce out of bounds. Sorry to the parents or to Brock Montgomery himself, but got to take one more look. Took an absolute blow there right off the elbow, but
I mean that's
what you're looking for.
That's elbow to the chin.
A guy to go out there and get in front of those. And he is a gritty defender. Mullins sneaks inside this time, though, dishes it off, spins around, and it's good.
Yeah, great pass there from Mullins to Dean. Mullins got to the elbow, found a wide-open Dean on the other block, and got a wide-open layup out of it.
So Dom's first points of the evening. Sandersen on the fast break gets a layup. That falls. Timeout called by Coach Winslow. Buckeye Central on a quick 4-0 run to make things 16-10.
Right back in it. Sandersen does a great job on the defensive end to step in front of that pass, poke it loose, and then outrun. I believe that was Isles to the other end of the floor for the layup.
So obviously a Northern 10 matchup here tonight, and as we alluded to during the pregame, maybe not the season either team was looking for right now in the Northern 10, but let's take a look and see the current standings. Cary obviously at the top, still remaining unbeaten at 8-0 and 6-0. They're followed by Crawford, Mohawk in third, Seneca East, Winford, and then Buckeye Central and Upper Sandusky right there at 6 and 7 with just Bucyrus below them. Each team with just a win in the N10 play right now. What do these two teams need to do here in the second half of the season? It's pretty obvious that they're not going to be competing for a Northern 10 title, but, is there still time to use the second half of the season to salvage things before tournament time?
I mean, there's always time to salvage your season. The issue that they run into is, you look at the MOAC, which we do a lot of coverage for. Shelby really kind of runs that division in girls and boys basketball. You look at the KMAC. That's kind of open this year on the boys into things, but Northmore is really good. The Freddies are always good. You've got that. And then you look at the N10, and Crawford's Crawford. Cary's normally a football power. They look great in basketball this year. As Daris is going to get a wide-open three and can't hit.
Montgomery gets the offensive board, though, and kicks back up to Lamb. Now Brock will put up a three of his own. No good. Rebound to the Bucks. Jack Phillips on the drive. Puts up the layup, and that one's good. Levi Lamb took the contact, but no call going either way. So
that's a great shot by Phillips there, high off the glass to put that one in after the contact.
Buckeye Central on a 6-0 run. Let's cut the deficit to 4. Kessler gave a little fake, but picked up his dribble. Now Levi Lamb swings it back to Kessler. Dom got a 3. A hand in the air on that 3, but Kessler knocks it down.
I mean, Kessler's 6'5", can shoot the 3, and that ball almost hit the rafters. So he's got a high arcing shot. It's going to be hard to block that, even if you do play great defense like Dom Dean just did.
Dean kind of passed up an open bucket there, facing away, kicked it out to Mullins. His shot was no good. Daris in the fast break gave it to Lamb. Now looking for Kessler, back-to-back triples, and he will. get it done. Timeout called now. Let's take one more look at the latest triple, just not down there. And you can see what Upper Sandusky does when they move the ball. They've got guys that have the confidence. I mean, it might not be the highest percentage on the team, but we've seen Isles even attempt some threes like his sister. So, I mean, when they have that lineup out there, there are 5 guys that they feel confident or okay with shooting the ball from distance.
They're hard. They're a hard team to stop. If their shots are falling, you watch the first quarter, Ethan Kessler put up, I want to say, 3 triples in the first quarter, and they weren't even close. They were all extremely short. He comes out in the second quarter, gets a layup, and now he's hit the last 2 shots, both 3 balls for Upper.
Right, and it's not just sugar-coating it, but I've had conversations today. The Rams are the best one-win team, so you feel some of that frustration for them. I guess you could say probably not an accurate representation, their record of them this year.
Well, and I think the biggest thing, and we've talked to players, we've talked to Coach Winslow being over here as much as we've been, they were not healthy to begin their season. Mm-hmm. So the last, I'd say, 3 weeks-ish, as Rose is going to knock down a 3 for Buckeye Central, they've only been healthy for maybe the last month. So we're really finally getting to see that Upper Sandusky team gel. The lineup that Coach Winslow has wanted all year, he's able to consistently keep on the floor. I think we're finally going to see what they've been capable of all season long. You know, we talk about they still have to play Cary again. They still have to play Crawford. They still have to play all these teams that are leading their league. You know, they're not out of it yet.
We have an officials timeout, so can't think of a better time. Let's pull up the schedule for Upper Sandusky and see who they have left this season. Those are our standings again. Here's their schedule. As you mentioned, they've got to see Crawford twice. Yeah. They've got to take on Winford. A lot of N10 play left, and they have some tough patches there. Starting on the 14th through February 4th, 6 of 7 on the road. So we can always take another look at the schedule, but it's not going to get any easier. So we will, they have a chance to redeem themselves in the second half of the season. As play back underway, Isles puts up a jumper that rims out. Rebound to Sandersen. He drives but kicks it to the corner. Now they'll reset with Rose being guarded by Kessler. Rose hands it off. Phillips closely guarded by Kessler. Now Sandersen tries to drive to the rack. That'll be a foul. Take one more look at the contact. Called on 24. Cayman Isles say that leg was a little bit extended in the path.
Yeah, I think he tried to step in front there maybe to potentially draw a charge. I think that if he just would have stayed out of the way, it might have ended up being a turnover. But that's neither here nor there at that point.
So far, no one in immense foul trouble with the exception of Gavin Fry picking up those quick two when he came in. And just as I say that, Brock Montgomery picks up a foul, but again, just his first. So guys able to play a little bit more comfortable tonight so far.
Well, I tell you what, you've got nobody in serious foul trouble for Upper Sandusky, but you've got team foul trouble at this point. I mean, I know we've only got 3:04 left in the second, but they've got 16 fouls. One more foul, and Buckeyes at the line every foul for the rest of the half.
Yeah.
3 minutes is a long time to put points on the board when there's no time running off the clock.
That is. So definitely something to watch for throughout the rest of the quarter. Ball last touched by the Bucks. Be heading to Upper. And now neither team tremendous from the free throw line, but whenever you can avoid that scenario for your opponent, you'd prefer not to give them free trips to the line. Daris kicks it inside to Kessler. Quick jumper, nothing but net.
Kessler's feeling it here in the second quarter. He's got, I want to say, 10. Yeah, 10 in the second quarter alone.
When he starts knocking down his jumper, it's a fun thing to watch. Nice dribble move from Sandersen, but the pass deflected by Kessler. Lamb struggled to hold on to it. Mullins gets a hand on it. Montgomery will try and reset the offense. Isles swings it to Kessler in the corner.
Oh, boy, Ethan Kessler is feeling it in the second.
Make that 13-point quarter and counting for Ethan Kessler. Has the Rams lead all the way up to 12.
3 threes here in the second quarter alone for Kessler.
Buckeye Central looking for offense from anywhere right now. Rose stands alone at the top, guarded by Isles. Isles, the obvious height advantage on this matchup. Mullins will fire away from 3. Shots short. Nearly comes and gets his own rebound from the corner. Daris will push the tempo. Oh, thought Kessler was going to think about a 3, but what a dime. Drop to Cayman Isles and a timeout.
That's that 13-point quarter right there. He pump fakes the 3, gets to the elbow, gets doubled, and it leaves Cayman Isles wide open on the block for a layup. What are you supposed to do defensively?
I mean, just watch this pass. Even slowed down on instant replay. A lot of speed on that one from Kessler. And as you said, it's clear making his impact on this game in quarter number 2. Just a 30-second timeout, but Upper Sandusky, you got to tell, this is what feels good when they can come out. And so far, I really can't say anything about their game that hasn't been working tonight.
They're working everything that Coach Winslow wants them to do. Working inside out, getting the open shots. They haven't really taken too many contested shots tonight. Everything's been pretty wide open.
And now applying a little bit of full court pressure, just over a minute left in the first half. Too much air on that one. And the Rams will come back down. 60 seconds left to go here in the first half. Isles guarded by Dean. Kicks it out to Montgomery. A lot of rotating going on, but Kessler will end up firing a triple. I think that ball got tipped a bit.
Got tipped a little bit and was that a little bit of a heat check for him, too. I mean, he normally sets himself pretty well before he shoots.
Yeah, that was a rapid fire.
Sanderson's going to put one up.
Kind of the same thing down on that end. You could tell awkward footing. Sandersen limping a bit, looks to be grimacing. Maybe experience some pain. Upper Sandusky will score. Can't tell exactly which leg, if it's the one that he wears the brace on or the right.
That was a really awkward shot, too. When he went up with that, he went up awkward, and I don't know if he landed wrong or what happened.
But nonetheless, under 10 seconds to play. Rose kicks it to Dean. 2 seconds, not sure Buckeyes aware of the clock. They will launch a 3, but it'll fall short, and that'll take us to the half. Upper Sandusky leading Buckeye Central 31-15. Coming up, halftime stats, analysis, and more. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball live and free, exclusively on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome back to Upper Sandusky High School halftime, and the Rams lead 31-15. Would like to thank the sponsors, though, for a brief moment that bring you this game completely live and free, and give tonight's sponsors their recognition. So first off, would like to say thank you to the Kimmel Corporation. Kimmel Corporation is a fourth-generation family-owned and operated company. We understand your business isn't just your business, it's your life. That's why we've dedicated ourselves to help companies like yours and perform at their very best. Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Chris Daris can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Wilson Tire. At Wilson Tire Company, we sell new and used tires and provide tire services to customers in Upper Sandusky. No matter which location you visit, we'll prove that Wilson Tire is the best when it comes to tire services and alignment. Quest Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. Frito Lay, we are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. And finally, Spherion Mid-Ohio, let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Those are your sponsors for tonight's broadcast here of Upper Sandusky versus Buckeye Central. If you see these companies, make sure you say thank you and go check them out. Check out what they offer, their products and services right in your area. Also, if your business or organization would like a chance to be a sponsor on a broadcast coming up soon, reach out to anyone at the OH Report. Message us on any of our social media accounts or email us. Check out any of the sponsorships that we still have available. So we'll be right back, and we'll take a look at the halftime stats. But those are your sponsors for tonight's live stream. Thank you. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball live and free right here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome back to Upper Sandusky High School and our Kimmel Corporation halftime show. Hayden Gray, Joshua Banks with you here as the Rams lead 31-15 over Buckeye Central. Joshua, you know, how do you feel the first half played out there? It seemed like we were going to be in for a bit of a competitive contest after the first, but Upper Sandusky just really pulls away and puts together a solid second quarter.
Upper Sandusky played Upper Sandusky basketball in the second quarter. They use their size, they out-rebound, they shoot the ball. I mean, they played Jeff Winslow basketball.
And now let's find out exactly what that looks like on paper. Take a look at the breakdown of your halftime stats. Buckeye Central, 6 field goals. Upper Sandusky, 8. Pretty even there. 3-pointers, though, where the Rams really showed their strength. 5 for them, just 1 triple for Buckeye Central. The rebound battle, Upper will take the upper hand in that one, 13-6. 5 turnovers for the Rams, 8 for the Bucks. 6 fouls on Upper, just 1 for BC, and no free throws across the board. So those are your numbers. But a guy I know we want to talk about, how about Ethan Kessler, the senior? 13 points, all coming in the second quarter, 3 triples, and that just amongst all the rebounds and assists he's had tonight. What do you have to say or comment about the senior forward's play during the second quarter that we already haven't talked about?
He shook off those senior night jitters that he had in the first quarter. I think he was 0 for 3, maybe 0 for 4 in the first quarter. And he comes out in the second quarter, knocks down 3 triples, both of his little jump shots, misses a triple that I think was just a heat check that he threw up because why not? And still ends up with 13 in the quarter. I mean, it's a phenomenal thing to watch when that young man is hitting his shots.
That wraps up the Kimmel Corporation halftime show as quarter number 3 underway. Upper will start with the rock. Isles looking to dish it off. Kessler becomes available. Now Montgomery will take it into the lane himself, but tipped. Trevor Kurgis did a nice job on the block. Sandersen looks to take it back the other way, and a tough bucket for the senior.
Tyler Sandersen doing what he does best. He's not looking to shoot the ball. He wants to get to the paint, and he wants to get layups.
Trying to be observant, watch how his movement is here in the second half, or see if it was just a little bit of a stinger there on that shot we saw towards the end of the second quarter. Montgomery now. Ball tip will stay with the Rams. Gavin Fry will check back in now for Montgomery. Fry with those 2 quick fouls, so he comes in with those.
Yeah, got in that second quarter for about 3 minutes, picked up 2 fouls that quickly, and got taken right back out of the game. Let's see if he can calm himself down and get himself going here.
And he drives right away on Sanderson, dished it off to Kessler. But I believe they'll say he stepped out of bounds along the baseline.
I think what they're saying is he stepped out and didn't reestablish before he caught the ball. Maybe that's what they called, because from that replay, it definitely didn't look like he stepped out on the drive, as Drew Rose is going to go all the way to the hoop, can't finish.
I mean, I'm glad you brought that up, because it is different, you know, even at the high school level. In basketball, as long as you reestablish yourself, you can be the first person to touch the ball after going out of bounds. But not enough time for Kessler to make a true move to reestablish himself.
Exactly.
Daris now looks to attack. Kicks it out, though, to an open Fry in the corner. Shot no good. Offensive rebound to Kessler. Daris will fire away his own. That one's short.
And that's just what Upper Sandusky wants to do. Offensive rebound, kick it to the corner, get the wide open 3. Great dish from Sandersen to Kurgis.
There was the ball movement that you talked about that they look for, and those two executed it perfectly. The Rams come back down the court fast. Keep the ball in play. Lamb tied up, though, and it'll be a turnover. Drew Rose with the smooth move in the Bucks. Looking to trim this one back to a 10-point game. Sandersen drives, layup good.
There's Tyler Sandersen. We've seen him score in this quarter. Gets the nice assist on the previous possession. He's really starting to come together here in the second half, as we're going to have a Coach Winslow full timeout after that little run by Buckeye Central. And that's just a great job defensively by Upper. You know, they're preventing buckets, but then Buckeye comes down, they get a couple stops. You let Sanderson get going, and you're going to see a different Buckeye Central team as they've cut it to 10.
And take one more look at that last one. Fry did a nice job trying to pick up it, but, you know, already with those 2 fouls, couldn't play that one too aggressive. But while we have a chance and have a full timeout, We took a look at Upper Sandusky's remaining schedule a little bit earlier. Let's take a look now at Buckeye Central's. Obviously here tonight, they'll face Winford next. But they'll, as far as the intent goes, have to see Colonel Crawford again, Mohawk, Seneca East, Cary. They'll play Upper again at their place, and Bucyrus and Winford. But not as much of the grueling, either 3 straight away as Upper's facing. So, you know, some winnable games still out there for the Bucks.
Absolutely, and if you look, it's a really good mix there. They've got their next 3 at home after coming here tonight, and then they really go home away. So that's a really nice little rotation for them, and they've got a lot of time in between some of those games as well.
Just about 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Daris working away a little bit of the clock. Kessler swings it to Lamb in the corner. They'll call a foul down low on Tyler Sandersen. He was battling down there with Isles right in front of the one official. And Kessler squares up for 3. Splash.
Ethan Kessler has found the range.
His 4th triple of the night.
What do? Get a hand up and hope it don't go in.
16 points for the senior. Shot falls short, and then Kessler knocked away the offensive rebound. Daris turns on the speed. Oof. Kessler almost another opportunity from the other end. Sandersen Euro step good, though, back on the other side.
It's a great job by Sandersen to step through there with the Euro to get the floater.
Quick scoring burst for both sides. Lamb gets it to the corner. Ball movement. Daris will decide, I'll take this one. Falls short, though.
Like we talked about, though, Upper Sandusky getting the open looks that they want. They just got to see it go through, and they're going to be a lot of fun. And that's with any kid, you know, a high school kid. They just got to see that ball go through the hoop one time, and they're going to be feeling it.
Triple just barely rolls out. Jensen's shot no good. Daris' last-second pass to Fry results in a turnover. So an 11-point game, 3:40 and counting here in quarter number 3. Mullins picks up his dribble. Rose left alone at the top, fires a 3. That one rolls out. Rams want to move ahead quickly. Isles corrals it inside. Foul is called. That'll go, I believe, against Sandersen. That'll be his 2nd foul. And he'll take a breather. Coach Howell will talk things over with him. Heath Jensen will also sit down. Jack Phillips into the ball game, along with, I believe, Dom Dean back in as well.
Dom Dean, one of those kids we got to watch play in the JV game and looked impressive at that level. Let's see if he can translate it to the varsity level.
I tell you, those are some really tough kids. I've always admired the guys that play their full JV game, get suited up, and then come out here and put up substantial minutes as we have a tie-up. But put in substantial minutes in the varsity game, because when you think about it, I know they're 2 different sports and all that, but there's no JV football game and then you stay in your pads and play a varsity football game. Again, I know, a little bit different sport, a little bit different contact level, but still that's got to be tough. Because, I mean, if you're dressing for varsity and you're on JV, it obviously means that you're a big part of that JV team, good enough to dress at varsity.
And normally you see a lot of kids, they'll dress at the varsity level, but they won't get a lot of playing time. You see a kid like Dom Dean, like here tonight, as that's going to be overthrown. It's going to be a turnover by Buckeye. You see a kid like Dom Dean that we're seeing here tonight for Buckeye Central, who played significant minutes at the JV level, and we've already seen him get significant minutes here in the varsity game. So it just shows you how important he is to this program.
Fry fumbles the ball a bit, but we'll collect it. There is Dom Dean guarding him. Lamb trying to get Sandersen on his feet. Too strong on the rebound, though. Excuse me, on the layup. Sandersen does what he's done all night, but an offensive foul is called as Isles picks up the charge. Let's take one more look at this one as Sandersen picks up his third foul.
Great job by Kamen to step in there and take the contact. Not much more you can say about that. I mean, really, if you think about it, a charge call is tough for an official to call either way, but he's there, he's set, he's not moving, he took the contact. I mean, that's a prototypical charge.
Well, and I mean, Isles has shown a lot of grit ever since he got, brought up full-time to the varsity roster, called up a few weeks ago after some roster changes. As Kessler's shot's no good. Montgomery on the second chance, a little bit too strong, but Isles has shown a lot of grit and determination playing out here with a lot of guys that are older than him.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's done a very, very good job of getting the work done, especially down low.
So Sandersen remains on the floor with 3 fouls. Dean goes up. Right-hander's good. Cuts it down to a 9-point deficit.
Thing to mention about Dom Dean, too, he's only a freshman for Buckeye Central. He's not one of these sophomores or junior that gets pulled down because they need the bodies at the JV level. He's a freshman. As Daris is going to shoot a 3, can't find it. Dean there for the rebound.
Now Buckeye Central with a minute to play. He's going to fire a triple. That one's knocked down, and here we go. Back now to just a 6-point game.
Buckeye Central's got to see one go in, or Upper Sandusky's got to see one go in here to get that confidence back up. They're struggling to find the net.
34-28, 40 seconds and counting in quarter number 3. Beautiful pass by Lamb inside to Kessler.
It's a great find there by Lamb to Kessler.
Sandersen drives in and gets it to go. 30-36, 20 seconds and counting. Fry.
Coach Winslow pull it out here and look for one. I believe he does. Buckeye Central did it earlier with 30 seconds plus to go in the first half.
Already under 5 seconds now. Daris kicking it around. Montgomery's got to put up a shot. Daris will have enough time, but the shot will fall short. And that'll wrap up our third quarter. Coming up next, money time here from Upper Sandusky. Looks like we're going to have a good finish, so don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball live and free right here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome back. Money time here. Fourth quarter action from Upper Sandusky High School. Hayden Gray, Joshua Banks with you as Buckeye Central surging here. But a 3 from Levi Lamb provides a little bit more cushion.
Yeah, and as we were talking, those are just shots that did not fall in that third quarter for Upper Sandusky. The same looks they had in the first half, just not going down here in the second half.
Mullins kicks it outside. Buckeye Central close to responding. Big rebound. Corralled by Sandersen.
They'll call that on the floor. I'm not too sure about that one. I'm pretty sure that he's going up for that ball. I mean, he's gathered trying to get up through the layup. You got to call that a continuation. At least to me, that's a continuation, no doubt about it.
So scratch the points. Close call between Isles and Sandersen, but they'll officially rule it on the floor. So Buckeye Central will retain possession and look to work their way back towards a tie. Mullins fires a three straight away. Looks good, but just short. Offensive rebound now. Phillips brought that one in. Mullins looks to drive. It'll bounce off Daris' knee, though. It'll be turnover.
Mullins trying to find Sandersen there for a layup. Just unable to make the pass. Levi Lamb, he's going to pull apparently what Mr. Kessler did in the second here in the fourth.
Yeah, pretty shot there. Gets this one back up to double digits. Rose thought about a jumper, kicks it to Phillips. He's guarded by Montgomery at the top of the key, working left side. Sandersen will fire away from three, but short. Rebound to Levi Lamb. They're swinging up to Montgomery. Lamb fires just from the right of midcourt. Ball travels out of bounds.
Maybe if Lamb takes one dribble there and gets a couple feet closer, that shot goes in, because that was a deep three from that one.
Buckeye Central's got to get it in. They do to Dean. He'll pass it back to Rose. 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Help defense now from the Rams. Going to be leaving someone open. Ball movement going to be big from the Bucks. But they turn it over. Pressure gets to them. 2-on-1 fast break. Daris spins, and it's good.
Beautiful spin move by Holden Daris to get around the Buckeye Central defender and finish at the rim.
And that's a big bucket. You know that guy right there, head coach Jeff Winslow, got to be happy. Let's take one more look at that spin move. Great job from Holden. Body control there, a big factor. And back up to a 13-point lead. And this was something that we talked about. There are no strangers to struggling in the second half. We learned that in one of their earlier games of the season against Willard. You flash back to that game, I think that's where things kind of went south initially. Had a big lead, and it just seems like the second half has kind of been their kryptonite all year long, but trying to prove that the second half of their season they can be a full four-quarter team.
Yeah, and I think it's really going to depend on what kids show up. You know, you had Ethan Kessler show up in the second quarter. Showed up in a big way in the second quarter. He struggled to knock it down here in the second half, so which other Ram on this roster is going to step up and be able to be that guy in the third and fourth quarters?
So it'll be Buckeye Central ball. And they bring that little bit of a full court press here again. I say soft because they're not looking to foul, but still aggressive enough. 2 team fouls on the Rams, 3 on Buckeye Central, so neither team quite near the bonus yet. Sandersen gets it, drives along the baseline, kicks it to Dean. Dom puts up a close shot, able to get it to roll in.
The freshman has 4 here tonight, and they've both been pretty open layups.
That 2 right there makes it 6 for Dean. Brock Montgomery in the corner. Gets it back to Levi Lamb. Had some space, but going to work it inside to Isles. Puts up a tough bucket and picks up the foul. A little bit of a delayed whistle. Take one more look. I think saying that right arm of Kurgis maybe
went into the shoulder as he went up with the left. It went to the right arm, caused him to fall off contact. Maybe that's about all I could see out of that one.
First free throw is good.
Rubber rim.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Joshua, but I believe the first free throw for the Rams tonight?
That would be correct. First free throw for either team tonight.
And the second one will be no good, but Yeah, not a lot of shooting fouls. I know the one down here we thought might have been was Sandersen, but yeah.
Well, both teams staying out of just enough foul trouble to not allow the other one to get into the bonus.
And the funniest part, I don't know if either team really complaining that they haven't gone to the line much as Sandersen gets another big bucket, but neither team shooting above 59% from the line, so I don't know if there's too many complaints about that. Kessler shot too strong. Rebounded back up to Upper, though. Daris trying to look inside for Kessler, but they're bringing the pressure down low for him.
Brought a double there. Somebody was trying to find the open player. Kessler's going to step inside the arc. Still can't knock it down.
10-point lead for the Rams, 3:54 and counting in the final quarter.
10 points, plenty of time with 3 minutes to go in high school basketball.
Certainly so. I mean, if Buckeye Central is able to convert on their end and force some turnovers, anything could happen here. Biggest thing they have going against them right now is Sandersen playing with those 3 fouls, but as we creep closer to less time as that bounce comes down, and here we go.
I don't know about you, but that shot right there by Drew Rose kind of reminded me of the Kawhi Leonard winner from
Yes.
the corner in the Toronto Raptors series a few years back. Hit the front of the rim, bounced way up in the air, and then fell through the net.
Certainly a good perspective put on how that one felt. As a foul is called, take one more look. Shot was no good from Kessler. And I believe who not quite sure who that's going against. Officials still a brief discussion, waiting on an explanation. Foul will go against BC. That's his 4th. Sandersen will have to check out, their leading scorer so far this evening. Didn't see a ton of contact. I know Sandersen himself looks a little bit astonished coming off the court, but nonetheless, a 7-point ball game with the Bucks heading down the court.
And who's going to step up now for Buckeye Central with Sandersen, who has 16 on the night. Who's going to step up, down 7 still, and get some buckets for him?
Yeah, Rose the second closest scorer was 6. Dom Dean was 6 as well, the freshman. So some balanced scoring the other ways around. They'll need a collective body of play to try and continue the comeback. Heavy defense from Daris on Mullins forces him back near midcourt now. Phillips. And now looks like either an illegal or a moving screen. Mullins again. You can't argue with that, I don't think.
You can't argue with it, but I think what you're going to hear out of Coach Howe, and he may be asking the officials, is what are my kids supposed to do? He's standing still. His feet are set. He didn't lean the shoulder into him.
There's just a big difference between the two guys. I mean,
Mullins, one of the best running backs in the area in the N10 conference. He's a big, strong kid. His Upper's going to miss another shot.
They're leaving the door open for Buckeye Central here, who's had 2 fouls called on him, 2 big fouls in the last few moments. So that does result on them having 16 fouls. So Upper going to be in the benefit of the bonus moving forward. Corner triple from Rose. Couldn't get it to fall that time.
The hustle play by Rose.
And now I believe the Bucks will be the beneficiaries of the foul. Kessler picks up the reach-in foul.
And that's great hustle by Rose there to get back on defense, poke it away after he missed a shot. You heard Coach Howell yelling at him after he missed it. Follow your shot.
So under 2 minutes to play. Buckeye Central still plenty of life. And Levi Lamb now called for the foul. So not what you want to do here if you're the Rams. Their 4th team foul. Again, no one in significant foul trouble for them. Levi Lamb does have just 1. It's Cayman Isles that has the 3, but everyone else out on the floor just 1 foul.
If you're Upper Sandusky, you don't want to put Buckeye Central at the line, only up 7. But if you're Buckeye Central, you kind of got to try to push the motion a little bit here. You're down 7 with 1:30 to go in the game, and you're dribbling clock.
And you see Coach Half, right? He was just very frustrated right there, trying to pick this tempo up as Upper Sandusky not providing an inch of space. Jack Phillips with the ball.
And this is one of those things where if you're Buckeye Central, are you looking too much for Tyler Sandersen?
And they just killed easily 20, 25 seconds there. That resulted in a turnover. So, yeah, now you're talking 62 seconds to go. Daris kicks it to Kessler, and they're content now to let Buckeye Central make the next move.
And this is that high school rule where I can't stand there not being a shot clock. Because if you're Upper Sandusky, there's 47 seconds left in this game, and you can now dribble out this clock as they're going to foul. And that should be the 7th team foul.
That'll go on Phillips.
It's going to send Montgomery for a 1-and-1. But that's one of those things where, do I think there should be a shot clock in high school basketball? Yes and no, and it's for reasons like this. It's a 7-point game, and in high school basketball, you're going to allow Upper Sandusky to dribble 62 seconds off the clock. Great offensive rebound by Daris there.
Yeah, that's huge. Could be the difference maker now. Approaching 37 seconds, still time. Do have another game going on tonight over on Channel 1. On our YouTube page or on our Facebook page as well. Battle in the MOAC, Shelby taking on Clear Fork. Currently a 72-46 ball game. Shelby holding a commanding lead as Daris leaves the door open, misses the free throw. Rebound to Kessler, who misses from a foot away. So do not count the Bucks out just yet. And a foul called on Montgomery.
You gotta, if you're Upper Sandusky, you kind of almost want to back off a bit.
Get some space.
If they're dribbling the way they're dribbling and they're not forcing shots, don't foul them and give them free points.
Well, 25 seconds to play. Yeah, it still would be 2 more fouls before the Bucks should head to the line. So Sanderson's got to get moving. Under 20 seconds, down 7. Puts up a 2, and it'll roll off, be no good. Dean's fighting for the rebound. And it's going to stay here. Kessler tried to ricochet it off Dom right along the baseline there. So ball will be staying here. Buckeye Central calls a full timeout with 11.5 to play. So while we have some time, let's drop in and take a peek.
While we drop in and take a peek at this game, another MOAC update where Pleasant is playing Galleon tonight. And Pleasant leads 57-54 with 2.5 to go. And I can say we've got to see Galleon play. I've went and watched them personally. They got a young man, sophomore, I believe, by the name of Cooper Kent.
Yeah.
He put up 20 in the first quarter tonight.
Cooper Kent, Elijah Chafin.
Cooper Kent went for 20 in the first quarter tonight.
That was another opponent, since we're taking a look at Clear Fork on the screen when they played Galleon. Cooper Kent and Elijah Chafin absolutely did that same type of thing, put up a ton of points quick. Galleon, again, one of those teams kind of hovering around the middle of the MOAC this year. Not exactly where they want to be, but a lot of potential future talent there. We're going to cut away as play resumes back here at Upper Sandusky High School, but Upper Sandusky, a team that will see Shelby this year. That one will be up here too, so that'll be one that you can check out later this year. 11.5 remaining. Buckeye Central going to have to fire up a shot. Sanderson's triple is good. But the clock's going to expire. And that's going to be it.
Tyler Sandersen does everything he can tonight to keep Upper Sandusky in it.
Your final score, Upper Sandusky gets win number 2 of the season right here at home on senior night. 44-40 over Buckeye Central. Coming up, post-game stats, MVP interview, analysis, and more. Don't go anywhere, folks. You got more high school basketball coming up live and free right here exclusively on the OH Report.
have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome back to Upper Sandusky High School with our postgame show brought to you tonight by the Kimmel Corporation as Upper Sandusky picks up win number 2 on the season, 44-40. Improves to 2-8, 2-4 in the Northern 10 Conference. Buckeye Central falls to 4-7, 1-5 in conference. And let's go ahead and take a look at the final stats for tonight. We'll start with Buckeye Central, 14 field goals, 4 triples, 22 rebounds, 16 turnovers, 8 fouls, and no free throws attempted tonight from the line. On the other side, Upper Sandusky, 11 field goals, 7 triples, 31 rebounds, 10 turnovers, 11 fouls, and just 1 of 4 from the line. So despite getting to it, just shooting 25%. So free throws kind of out of the equation. What do you think were, the biggest outliers tonight that numerically helped Upper Sandusky pick up the win?
One of our keys to the game for Buckeye Central was crash the boards.
That it was.
And they did not crash the boards tonight. Upper Sandusky had of those 31 rebounds, I bet more than half were offensive. I mean, it seems like they were getting 2 and 3 shots per possession. And when you hit 7 threes, 5 in the first half, you're going to take enough of a lead to where you're going to be able to withstand a run, which Buckeye Central did there in the fourth quarter.
So that second half, definitely one that tested Buckeye Central. That last little break, they had another breath of life come to them, and we're trying to get things done there. But ultimately, time at the end, I'm not sure exactly. Couldn't tell if there was any timeouts left, but just kind of an awkward ending.
I think the most awkward part of the end of that game is you're down 7 with 90-plus seconds to go, and you waste 30 seconds dribbling the basketball. That's going to kill you when you're down 7. You lose by 4. You hit one more 3 by Sandersen, who had a great game, mind you.
All right, well, we'll take one final break. Be right back with our Quest Federal Credit Union Player of the Game.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Back now, joining me is our Quest Federal Credit Union Player of the Game, Ethan Kessler, the senior forward here on Senior Night at Upper Sandusky. 18 points for you tonight, 13 of those coming in the second quarter. How are you feeling out there during the second? Obviously, a little bit of a struggle from the field in the first, but your shot really came to life there in quarter number 2.
Yeah, first quarter there was missing, pretty cold. And then the team started passing really well. I mean, we were getting good shots in the first. And then second quarter started to execute and then hit a couple. And then once you get that rhythm, then just keep staying hot and try to keep going. But we had really good ball movement there at the end.
There was a couple patches here and there tonight where, it felt like a close game. But for the most part, you guys come out and really control the matchup tonight. How did it feel to, really have the grasp on the game? And you could tell the ball movement, all the moving pieces were really coming together tonight. How does this one feel to get win number 2?
Well, it feels really good. And this whole week our coach has been emphasizing defense, defense, defense. It's our bread and butter. That's what he's been telling us all week. So, I mean, that's been our goal. We've been giving up too many points in these games. And, I mean, offense has been staying pretty good. So we're trying to get our defense to get going pretty good. And I think we did a good job that in the first half. Second quarter started to get a little shaky, but we ended off with the win.
And then finally, your next game Saturday, having to go play at Mac Morrison against Colonel Crawford. Now, not quite the same dominance that they had last year, though, and it's proven that they have been beatable, whether it be at home or on the road this season. What's it going to take? How do you feel you match up with the personnel that they have this year, and what will it take to go get a win in a tough environment?
I think we match up pretty good, and it's just going to be whoever's more physical. I mean, this whole year, the N10, everyone's physical. All the teams are physical, and if we win that physical match against Crawford, I think it's going to be a close game. We can pull off the win, keep this thing going.
All right, well, and then finally, right here on the OH Report, we always give some shout-outs. So anyone you want to give a special shout-out to, I know it's your senior night here tonight.
Yep. I'd like to give a shout-out to all my family, coaches, and teammates on the team. Thank you.
All right, one final time, our Quest Federal Credit Union player of the game, Ethan Kessler. Good luck the rest of the way, and good luck Saturday against Colonel Crawford.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll be right back with one short break right here on the OH Report. Welcome back one final time from Upper Sandusky High School. Hayden Gray here with you. You just heard from our MVP, Ethan Kessler, and now we'll take one final look at your score summary for tonight. Buckeye Central 40 falls short. Upper Sandusky picks up win number 2. As Ethan mentioned, they'll be taking on Colonel Crawford next on January 7th, this Saturday, and up next for the Bucks will be home against Winford on January 7th. Also, check out episode 2 of The Joe Show, out now, just aired last night live, but you can catch the rerun on Facebook and YouTube at any time. So go over and check that one out. And before we go, any final words, Joshua?
I am very excited. I know I plan on being in attendance in North Robinson Saturday night to watch this game. And like Ethan said, that's going to be a lot of fun to watch because I think size-wise, they're one of the only teams in the N10 that can match up with Crawford. So it's going to be fun.
And that it will. So we'll be keeping our eye on things, and we hope you do as well. One final time, I want to say thank you to our wonderful sponsors, the Kimmel Corporation, Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Wilson Tire, Quest Federal Credit Union, Frito Lay, Spherion Mid-Ohio. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Check out their goods and services in your area and give them a thanks for helping bring this to you live and free. But that'll do it. From Upper Sandusky High School, would like to thank Joshua Banks, my color commentator, with me tonight. I'd like to thank Jory Hollenbeck, our camera operator tonight, and would also like to extend a thank you to the Upper Sandusky Athletic Department for having us out here. One last time, your final score, the Rams 44, the Bucks 40. I'm Hayden Gray. I've been your director and producer and play-by-play commentator tonight, saying so long. Have a happy and safe night, and we'll see you on a live stream near you. You've been watching high school basketball live and free right here, exclusively on the OH Report, powered by BS Media Productions, the future of local sports. We'll see you soon.